Hi, this is Kerry Artak with Wicked Stocks, bringing you another stock video analysis, this one on Disney Company, symbol DIS. You're looking at a weekly bar chart of Disney going back over 30 years. I did record this video on Wednesday, September 22nd, 2021. A little about Disney. They are a large cap corporation, $200 billion market capitalization. They're part of the S&P 500, commonly known as Disney, an American diversified multinational mass media and entertainment conglomerate headquartered at the Walt Disney Studios complex in Burbank, California. And that's all I'm going to really talk about in terms of the company itself. Wicked Stocks offers two forms of membership, free and premium. Free membership is exactly as it sounds. For no cost or obligation, you will receive one free stock video analysis a week, typically released on Mondays. And if you provide your name and email address, you'll receive an email from us each and every time a new free weekly video is ready for viewing. The second form of membership is premium and provides at least two stock videos every week and costs $24.95 a month. Just click on the premium membership link, fill out your payment information through our Safe Gateway portal, and you'll receive an email each and every time a new premium video is ready for viewing. Cancellation is allowed at any time. I'm here to tell you really that there is I'm going to call it a buy opportunity, buying on weakness. I think we should switch to another chart here, zoom in just a bit over the last 10, 12 years, and you can see there is a channel structure. The stock settled above last December. You can see that it held on the way back, the pullback low in January, held beautifully. And we are approaching it once again. It's at 164.37 this week, the week of September 20th. This is a weekly chart. It rises 12 cents a week. So you can ascertain the exact location of this meaningful long-term support level through the rest of the year. It is a formation that can contain selling through the rest of the year, quite possibly well into next year, and above which a long-term sign of strength, a long-term buy signal remains at play. This despite sort of the consolidative two-sided non-directional framework this stock has been in for the last few months. Let's zoom in just a bit again and show you that there is another near-term, you could even call it short-term depending on your perspective, support at 167.09. I call it a static level because it's based on the double top over the last month and a half, 2 months of trade. That's around 187 and change. And so I'm just extending that off that low from April. 167.09 is really the start of a range. So if you're antsy to buy 164.37 and the market doesn't give it to you, just know that 167.09 is really the start of that. And, holding above this area, obviously we could continue this sort of two-sided consolidated framework for weeks and possibly months to come. But who knows? We may actually get a nice rally here as we move into October, November. The next meaningful resistance right now is 168.22. And that's an area that if you bought, say, the upper 160s, 167, let's say, and sell it in the upper 180s, you're talking maybe a 10, 12% gain. But there's also more upside if we closed above 188.22. The 210.03 formation becomes the next 2 to 3 month at the most, probably more like a 1 to 2 month objective, so forth and so on. These upper levels are a little premature for me to show because they're based on this week's low. But I'm showing them anyway, just to give you an example of what I'm looking at. So yes, 164.37, that formation is long-term support. To buy it, you could buy it on a near-term basis and then assume that you may sell it in the upper 180s on the way back up to that area that I just showed you. Or you could hold out. If you're a longer-term investor, you could certainly hold this through the rest of the year and well into next because there is this sort of long-term buy signal that you can see here. The ultimate target, and I say ultimate, the overall objective for me, and I don't know if this is by the end of next year or what, but I do think that over time, that full channel extension, bear in mind that channel that we settled above last December was 10 years in the making. And so I don't see this taking another 10 years to reach 240.56, that full channel extension. We may actually reach that over the next 8 to 12 months. And that would be gains of 50% or more. So there's that. But let's talk downside. If we were to close below 164.37, and you need to see that by a 1% margin. So if we settle the week, or any day for that matter, at 162.73 or lower, and bear in mind that 1% violation changes with the same rate at which that channel formation is rising 12 cents a week. So you'll have to do the math ongoing. But 162.73 this week, if we settled this week, and I don't see that happening, but if we did settle 162.73 or lower, then this buy signal is off. We violated that channel in a meaningful way. I don't even have the exact target to give you because that's not the purpose of this video, but let's just say 15 to 20% drop from that price level would be likely over the following 2 to 3 months. Until then, this is bottom picking territory. And yes, you're buying on weakness, but this is a long-term play, perhaps. Even if you bought, as I say, the 167.09 all the way down to 164.37 region, you could hold out within 2 to 3 to 5 weeks. I think you've got a decent chance of selling it then in the upper 180s, which I'll show you again here as the the 188.22 formation. And bear in mind that formation changes with every low. I will say this, that if we approach that 188.22 area, and we look to settle above it, or we're testing it, I'll probably put out another Disney video just to apprise you of the fact that having come close to testing long-term support in the mid to upper 160s, and by the way, the low is this week is 169.03, so we've come very close so far. That once we test it and we push back into the upper 180s, that could be a sell signal, or a sell opportunity rather, whether that's an opportunity to just unload a long position you may have acquired in the upper 160s, or whether you want to play the short side. But, closing above 188.22 would be the go with buy signal to the upside. So that would be buying on strength. Right now, I grant you this, you're buying on weakness in the mid to upper 160s. A lot of people don't like to buy on weakness, but I think because of the sort of the gravity, if you will, of that long-term channel top at 164.37, I think it's a good play. And of course, you're going to be stopping out if you settle at or below 162.73 at the end of this week. Until then, good bottom picking. I think you've got a good chance over the next month or so to reach into the upper 180s. Over the next few months, perhaps into the low 200s, and over the next year or so, that 240.56 full channel extension or higher. I think that's really all that needs to be said for this Wicked Stocks video analysis on Disney Company.